Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Gangs. It's Matt, and in today's video I wanted to talk about whether or not Shiba Inu will crash again. And honestly, with the rapid rate of growth we've been seeing, I wanted to give you guys my insights on where I think we're headed. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, if you guys have not been following what's been going on here, folks, over the past couple of days, guys, with the inevitable launch of SHIB on regular good old-fashioned Coinbase, we have seen it rise from around 6.6 all the way up at one point here to 9.4. Now the question is, where does this growth stop, and will this growth end in the near future, and should you guys be worried about it heading back into the sixes? Now of course I'm going to say that honestly, in my view, based off of what we've seen here, folks, I don't think that's happening. And if you were worried about a potential crash, believe me folks, I don't think this is going to be anything bad, and here's why. And again, this is just my personal opinion, not financial advice, but based off of what I'm seeing here, folks, this looks really good, because what we wanted to really know is that after we reach this sort of peak here, right at 9.5, the question is, where are we going to fall after we lose some of this steam? Because no asset can grow forever. Obviously, it does have to taper off at some point. So after we watch it here peak out at 9.5, we watch it slowly kind of fall down here to the mid 8s. But what is nice to see is that when you actually look carefully here at these candles, you can see at the bottom of these candles here, it's not dipping below 8.2. Every one of these candles here is really going on a very slow but steady ascent from where it was here at around 8.1. Now, what would particularly worry me is if these candles were, continuing to chart down. We were seeing this massive fall, where it was basically just falling off of a cliff and losing all of this growth, which it gained here from the 16th onward. But that's not what I'm seeing. I am seeing a very standard, normal reaction to what happens when an asset explodes like this, because obviously we have a period here of very explosive growth, crazy high volume, which you guys can see right here. Of course, we do have the relative strength index, obviously, which when we take a look here at the relative strength index here, you guys can see it is above 90 here at one point, which is absolutely crazy. So definitely, not a good thing to see, of course, for long-term price stability. But what I'm liking that I'm seeing here is the fact that the RSI right now is hanging in here a little bit above 50, which of course is normal. So it is saying that, hey, based on the numbers, SHIB here sitting around 8.4 is completely normal and completely within range. Speaking of in range, if you guys want to get your finances a little bit more in a range in which you would like, Webull, folks, link down below in the description, guys. It's the easiest way to make a quick 15-20 bucks if you want. Link down below in the description, guys. Literally all you got to do is go over there, sign up with my link, and we both get some free stocks. One day, recently, one of you guys actually signed up, and I got a free share of Apple from one of you guys' sign up. So one of you lucky people here also got a share of Apple. So really cool stuff. And again, link down below in the description, folks. But getting back to it, guys, what we're looking at here is a very standard, predictable, set of wedges here, which obviously, really, could see an inevitable consolidation here at around 8.4 for a while. And again, when we look at this, guys, this is exactly what happens when we get these volatile periods of growth, because again, we're watching these lows increase and these highs decrease. And when that happens, of course, you kind of get a series where it is trading just horizontally. It's trading just normally here, horizontally within this kind of same range. If I were to predict, where this will continue to trade here over the near future, to be honest with you guys, I think somewhere within a series of horizontals just like this. So, some type of horizontal, kind of line like this, and it will bounce up and down within this line. This is very normal. We've seen this happen with SHIB before, and this is exactly where I predict it to go here in the near future. So again, I would personally not worry at all about any kind of mega crash. Again, if you bought up here at 9.4, I think you might have bought a little too late, but I definitely would say that right now it is a relatively good time to buy, because Again, folks, we're watching, the prediction of a crash, obviously, come to reality here. And the reality is that it's not a massive crash from this high point. We all knew that growing up to 9.5 here, I mean, going up, 30% in one day was not going to be maintained. So the question is, how much of that 30% did we lose? And currently, it looks like we lost, about maybe 10%, of that gain, which is fine. I think that's fine, to lose 10 or 15% of, that gain of that price point. Again, if you would have bought any time back here, you're still up a good deal. And if you bought on any of these ascensions after hearing about the Coinbase news, you're still doing pretty all right. You're still probably up a little bit. Again, the only people who I would say, hey, maybe you're going to lose a little bit of money, at least in the short term, is someone who bought right here at the peak, which I almost did, but I said, you know what, I'm just going to wait a little bit more and add to my bag a little bit after, and that's why I was able to buy here during the mid 8s. So again, that's definitely something to keep in mind, folks. When purchasing crypto in general, when you see a run like this, when something goes up 30% in one day, chances are it's not going to maintain that, and it's going to have a red day at some point in the near future. And again, a great indicator for this is the relative strength index. So again, this graph here, is basically monitoring the buy and sell volume, and it's saying that, hey, right here, the buy volume is so unbelievably crazy that it has exceeded the normal stability of the relative strength index, which normally sits between 30 and 70. So again, once it has exceeded that level of stability, it's probably going to head down, and sure enough, it has. So again, definitely do keep those things in mind. I mean, really, if you got good at reading relative strength indexes, you could easily day trade SHIB, and just kind of scalp it each day. That's probably very easy for someone to do. I've never done that myself particularly, but I would say if you really got good at reading these, you could, because in just about every instance in which the relative strength index here is exceeded, I mean, you guys can see just about every time it's going to dip a little bit, and this happens in almost every instance. Again, here you can see it's massively oversold, has a comeback, same thing, overbought, has a fall down. So every time that happens, folks, definitely do be on the lookout. Again, on the day, folks, market cap here 3.3 billion, which is still an awful lot, believe me, down a little bit, around 3%. Of course, the price is down 3% from where we were around 24 hours ago. Of course, when we look at Ethereum, same kind of thing, down around 4%. Of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin, not having stellar days, definitely, will have, sort of a negative effect on SHIB as well. Bitcoin here only down a little bit. So definitely, not a tragic day by any means, but, when Bitcoin and Ethereum have good days, of course, it kind of does prime Shiba Inu for doing very well. Again, across the board here, Solana not doing hot, XRP, just about anything you guys might care about really isn't doing all that well today, except for Avalanche. If you bought Avalanche, hey, good for you. But yeah, most things, man, are not doing too hot on the day, which definitely does kind of bring SHIB down. But it looks as if Doge was actually gearing up for a little run here. When we look at the 7-day, it looks like after that Coinbase announcement, Doge was potentially getting ready here for a little bit of a run. Again, it doesn't seem like that was maintained at all. In fact, that quick Doge pump kind of eroded. So again, thankfully, we haven't seen this kind of erosion with SHIB. Obviously, the Doge gains were almost completely lost, whereas the SHIB gains look like they've been pretty much maintained. So I certainly cannot complain about that. That being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to check out my Webull link at the top of the description, guys. Thank you so much. My name is Matt. See you all in the next one. Peace.